God's wonders on earth. Imagine a silence so thick it had a weight, a darkness so absolute it felt like a presence pressing against the edges of existence. There was no wind, no rhythm, no movement. There was no yesterday because time had not yet taken its first step. There was no tomorrow because the future had not yet been imagined. There was not even a where because space itself had not yet been stretched into being. The universe was a formless abyss, a quiet ocean of possibility waiting for a command. Yet within that immeasurable stillness, there was something alive. There was a will, a mind older than galaxies, a presence deeper than eternity. The spirit of the Creator hovered over the face of the deep like a master composer standing before an orchestra that had not yet lifted its instruments. The silence trembled with anticipation. All creation waited, suspended between nothingness and destiny. Then, the silence broke, not with a whisper, but with a command that shattered eternity. Let there be light. In a single explosive moment, the darkness was driven back. Light erupted across the void like rivers of living fire. Energy flooded the emptiness. The first photons raced outward at unimaginable speed, weaving the very fabric of reality. That light did more than illuminate a room. It created the room. The stage of existence unfolded like an infinite scroll. The canvas of the cosmos stretched outward in every direction, painted with blazing brilliance. Where there had been nothing, now there was everything. Galaxies ignited like colossal whirlpools of fire. Stars were born in radiant explosions of beauty. The Creator gathered the simplest elements, hydrogen and helium, and forged them into cosmic furnaces that would burn for billions of years. Look upward. Those are not merely distant lights. They are the fingerprints of God scattered across eternity. He placed the clusters of stars like jewels across the heavens. He hung Orion in the night like a warrior watching over the sky. He scattered the Pleiades like diamonds spilled from heaven's treasure chest. Entire galaxies began to spiral outward, each one containing billions of blazing suns. Yet not a single one escaped his attention. Every star was known. Every orbit was measured. Every beam of light obeyed the rhythm of his voice. But the Creator was not finished. Among the swirling storms of cosmic dust and molten rock, his focus narrowed. From the chaos of a young and restless universe, he began shaping something extraordinary, a world, a small blue jewel suspended in the vast ocean of space. The earth trembled as oceans roared across its surface. Volcanoes thundered, mountains rose. Lightning split the sky. Then the Creator spoke again. Waters separated, the raging seas were gathered into their basins. The sky stretched wide above the earth like a living canopy. Clouds began to drift. Rain fell for the first time. The land slowly emerged from beneath the waters. Mountains lifted their ancient shoulders toward the sky. Valleys carved themselves through the stone like gentle signatures across the earth. Then the miracle of life burst forth. Grass spread across the ground like emerald velvet. Trees rose upward with branches reaching toward heaven. Flowers opened their petals, painting the world with colors that had never existed before. The earth transformed into a living garden. Forests whispered in the wind. Rivers sang as they carved paths through valleys. Waterfalls thundered into crystal pools below. The atmosphere itself was tuned like a perfect instrument, thick enough to protect life, thin enough to breathe, balanced with such precision that even the smallest breath would become possible. The earth had become a cathedral, a masterpiece of divine design, yet the heavens above were still waiting for their guardians of time. So the Creator lifted his voice once more. The sun ignited like a golden crown above the earth. flooding the world with warmth and brilliance. The moon rose gently into the night, reflecting a softer light across quiet waters and sleeping valleys. Then, like 1,000 lanterns being lit across the sky, the stars appeared. Millions, billions, trillions, each one burning with silent glory. Day began to dance with night in an endless rhythm. The universe had found its heartbeat, but the oceans were still empty, the skies still silent. Then movement stirred beneath the waves. Life awakened in the waters. Schools of fish darted through coral kingdoms. Great whales rose from the depths like living mountains. Creatures of every shape and color filled the seas with motion. Above the waters, wings stretched into the air. Birds lifted into the sky for the first time. They soared through clouds and sunlight, their songs echoing across the heavens. The earth was alive, but one final masterpiece remained. In a quiet garden surrounded by rivers and glowing with perfect peace, the Creator knelt beside the dust of the earth. This time, he did not speak, he formed. With careful hands, he shaped the dust into something new, a being unlike any other creation, not merely alive, but aware. Then came the most sacred moment in history. The Creator leaned close to the clay and breathed. The breath of God entered the dust. Life surged through the still form, lungs filled, eyes opened. The first human stood upon the earth, not merely a creature of flesh, but a reflection of the Creator himself. Humanity had begun. The Garden of Eden blossomed with beauty and peace. Animals walked without fear. Rivers flowed through golden fields. The wind moved gently through trees heavy with fruit. Creation rested in harmony. And when the Creator looked upon everything he had made, the stars, the oceans, the mountains, the forests, and the living soul standing in his garden, he declared it very good. But listen carefully, because this story is not only about the beginning of the world, it is about the beginning of you. You are not an accident drifting through a random universe. You are the deliberate thought of the Creator. Before your first heartbeat, before your first breath, before the foundations of the earth were laid, your name was already known in heaven. The same power that ignited the sun flows through your existence. The same voice that commands the galaxies has spoken purpose over your life. You were designed with intention. You were crafted with identity. You were created to carry light into a dark world. So hear this prophetic declaration over your life. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are not defined by your past, your pain, or your mistakes. You are the image bearer of the eternal King. You carry the breath of God within you. You were born to reflect His glory, walk in His authority, and reveal His love to the world. The universe itself was shaped to be the stage of your calling, and heaven is watching. So rise, child of the light. Lift your eyes above fear. Stand in the identity written over your soul before time began. You belong to the Creator of the stars, and your story is only beginning.